What's up, guys? This is Chris. Just wanted to do a quick deck profile of my Seraph Shaddolls that I played yesterday at Lenexa, Kansas Regional. Got top 24, got the invite. So we're just going to go over it, and I actually have a lot of thoughts on this deck. Actually finally playing it at an event. So after going to Qliphort for a little while, I came back to my favorite deck. So we're just going to go over the choices. I think a lot of them are just pretty standard. The one BLS wins games on its own with the Seraphs. This deck, I will give it this. The Seraphs do give a good, consistent light engine to this deck. So unlike, I don't think Seraphs are good in any other deck that is, that you consider meta. Like Satellarknights try and play it, but Satellarknights really need their one normal summon. And if you just keep doing the scepters and everything, I mean, yeah, you might get the combo eventually, but the problem is you're not searching for Altair. You're not getting Deneb in the grave, and you're not opening up Deneb and a whole bunch of traps. So I don't think it really works for the deck. But yeah, BLS, just because it's BLS, wins games on its own. For the Seraph engine, it's normal, triple scepter, and triple sovereignty. Now, I like these cards because they're a good light engine. My problem with these cards is that you don't open them very often. The combo itself, stick chair, scepter, sovereignty, whatever you want to call it, does not happen that often. In 8 rounds of Swiss, I opened the combo only once, and it's the game that I won against, actually, awesome Burning Abyss player. He was awesome. He's a great guy to play. But that was the game that won me my invite and everything, but it's the only game that I opened up with. He opened Vanity's Fiend. I luckily was just able to set Squamata, and after that, I got the combo off and popped all of his cards, and no monsters left, no spells and traps, make diamond and call it good. But other than that, this did not happen. This combo does not happen. If you play this deck relying on this combo, this is not going to happen. So I do play Call of the Haunted to basically have Scepter just resummon and make the combo go a lot faster and make it happen more often, if I get it. So these are great for being a light engine, but they don't happen that often, and that's my only problem with them. 3 Mathematician, you always want to go second, but if you go first, this is amazing. Scepter, Sovereignty combo is amazing if you're going second, because you usually win if you have that and they can't stop you. But Mathematician's great going first or second if you don't have the Scepter or the Seraph combo, just because you can set up the grave amazingly well, and he gets the draw when he dies, obviously. So it's just to ensure that we plus our first turn or any turn. Triple Effect Veiler. This is just for the staple right now. It's staple at 3. You have to play it because of Nekroz. If you get Trish Led, you're probably going to lose. And honestly, it's good against a lot of matchups. You can Veiler Trish with it, obviously. I don't Veiler any other card except Trish. I will in the Nekroz match, except for Lavalval Chain when it's going to send for a first turn Genlock. This deck is definitely catered toward Nekroz. I only played 1, and he wanted to go first, so he went first game 1, Genlocked me, couldn't get around it, because he had Trish, my Squamata Dragon couldn't target it. Game 2, I got out of the Genlock, and then was able to win from there with Mistake, and then game 3, I prevented it with Veiler. So Veiler was amazing, very good light. It just is perfect at 3 right now. Triple Squamata. I love this card, and I feel like I'm sorry that I kind of messed up this card and letting it do, as amazing job as it could have. It's great at 3, except when you're drawing multiples, but the problem was that round 5, I think, I played against Qliphort, and he was playing the lose a turn and everything, which is really annoying. I played Yosenju, and they had lose a turn 4 times in our match. I was able to get rid of it all times, thank goodness. But it's an annoying card. But the Qliphort player didn't really know how to play lose a turn. Like, he would play it after I'd already summoned, which doesn't negate because that needs to stay face up. It's continuous. It needs to resolve. And by the time I've already summoned, once my summon is successful, he didn't chain to El Shaddoll Fusion. He just activated on summon. There's no chaining to summons anyway. So there's just that. In response to the summon, it does nothing, and that was his own problem. I won game 1. Game 2, I sided one of these out. I should have sided out a Falco. But I sided one of these out. I had game, needed to summon Mathematician, send this, get the core, get back L, attack for game. I drew this. So I sided one out, so I only had 2. One was in grave, and that lost me the game. I tried to Black Rose game 3, and he had Veiler too. So I wasn't able to win once he got his scale set with Laser Clip also. So that was my own fault, unfortunately. Who knows? Good game, though. I mean, 3 Falco. This is for Nekroz also. It's great. Falco's just all around good. It's recurrence, and when you're playing against the Nekroz matchup, you can bring your fusions back from the grave so Unicorn can't affect them. And Nekroz have a really hard time getting over established boards. So Falco was great. Double Beast. You can't normal him. He's just for draws, so he's good just for a random draw. But it's always better to have a guaranteed plus rather than a random one. I mean, if you want to bring cards back, you're just gonna go for Falco. Hedgehog, you're just going to guaranteed add. You're going to get what you need. This is just kind of random. That's my only problem with it. But it's great when you're flipping it and stuff like that. So, 2 Hedgehog, just another way to get to fusion. Other than that, there's not really that much I can say about it, I suppose. It's Hedgehog. That's what it does. It's really good in the mirror match, which I played none of. 1 Dragon, because back row is not a really big problem in this format. No meta decks besides the Satellarknight are playing a lot of back row that I saw, so I wasn't counting on seeing a lot of Qliphort. I obviously could have won that match had I not drawn the Squamato without any siding against them. I didn't play any Zephyra. I saw no one playing Zephyra, so that's probably why the cards are so cheap. That's all the monsters. I think it was 24. On the spells, Triple L Shaddoll Fusion, the best card in the deck probably. It's just so much better this format, and it's amazing against Nekroz. Just compensated by the 2 regular Shaddoll Fusion. I was playing 3, but I saw that every time I lost, I would draw too many of the regular fusion and hardly any decks overlay if they know you're playing Shaddoll. So it's just not that great, and it's really bad against Nekroz, so I cut it down. The one has 1 book, 1 Regeki, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Soul Charge. Soul Charge is just more support for the Seraphs, and it's pretty much a win condition in this deck if your graveyard's already set up. Then Regeki, just because Regeki out to Genlock, out to Genlock, out to Genlock. So, I mean, you set the deck up for the meta, and then you don't face any of it, but, whatever. 2 Shadow Games. Very, very good for manipulating your set Shaddolls and sending anything you need to the grave. Can also get back, can send core and stuff like that to get your fusions back. It's really good also when, if you have a Squamata, and you really need to get out of the Genlock that turn, you can set Squamata and then activate this and flip it right back up the turn you set it to pop the Closolus usually. Unfortunately, when they stop it, but if you desperately need to go off that turn, it's not a bad idea. Double Call the Haunted. This supplements the Seraph engine and works tremendously well with Construct. Construct will get her effect when you bring it back, and it also gets her on Unicorn, but this is also great for just making sure the Seraph combo goes off. It's basically just Scepter if you want it to be. Once the first one dies, and you already have Sovereignty because you searched it. I didn't get Mind Crush, but that kills the combo, but, I didn't play much of anything I was expecting, so I guess it's good I didn't get Mind Crush, but I didn't get the combo hardly ever, so it doesn't really matter. 1 Core, I love Core. Don't want to run 2, but I love it. 1 Vanities, it's good against just about everything. And then Triple Mistake against Nekroz. It won me game 2 and 3 against Nekroz. That's how I was able to come back, break out of the Genlock, and then lock them down with a trap card. Haha. You want to play Vanity's Emptiness? When it's at 1 and you can just play it that easy, fine. I'll play this card that says you don't get to play YuGiOh. That's all. I'm not going to play Nekroz because I think it's boring. So I'm going to mistake Nekroz. Extra deck. Triple Construct. Best card in the deck. Have to run 3. Nekroz can't get over it without Unicorn Valk or Trish. So it's really good if you get one that is from the grave, get it from the grave, and then if you just Valor or Lancia Trish, it's pretty much game after that. Double Winda. Double Winda is still good. It won me my Burning Abyss matchup. It's really good against Ritual Beast. It won that matchup too. So it's all good. And then the 2-Shek. Bae got a big ass, but she puts in work. So it's good. I bring him out just to try and OTK or to desperately stop a special summon effect if I need to. Synchros, Black Rose, and Arcanite. I didn't run Leo. When I played Burning Abyss last round, I was like, man, maybe we should have had Leo. But no, I never needed it. These 2 cards were fine. Because you need more Exceed space with the Seraph. So 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Castel, 1 Lava Ball Chain to send any Shaddoll and get any effect I want, stack the BLS. Send the Light if I desperately need to for BLS, stack the Scepter. It has a lot of just really good utility and can make a lot of combos live. 1 Ouroboros, it was really good. Deltros is amazing with the Scepter. It's just guaranteed pop. It's perfect. And then Diamond to seal the deal against the Mirror Match and Burning Abyss. So, yeah. Side, Double Maxi, sided in fairly often. 2 Lancia, sided in against Nekroz the once, double Denko against anything that had back row, sided again against both Satellarknight matchups, the Ritual Beasts, and Burning Abyss, MST against anything that had back row. Mind Control is my side against the Mirror Match, Crush Card for anything that's not the Mirror Match or BA. It's really good against Qli, but I didn't see it first turn because it usually just ends the match, but I might take it out. I mean, it's kind of awkward just siding it in. One warning, I'll side it in against Burning Abyss for Denko, and it's not always bad hitting a mirror. If they have board presence, they can't use that mirror, and they still lose the mirror unless they have prep to get it back, because they only have a certain amount of summons. And then triple Mind Crush, just because it's probably one of the best traps of the game. I didn't want to main it just because I wanted it all out. I win if you have no response against Nekroz, and that's what Mistake is. So, overall, the event was a lot of fun. I think everybody that went with us that needed to topped. It wasn't an easy event by any means. Lots of meta, lots of players that know what they're doing. I got to commentate a little bit, so thank you to Collector's Cash for letting me chill out in the booth and commentate on how the duels are going. Thank you for my feature match round 1. Everybody I met was really awesome, so it was just a really good experience. So if you haven't been to regionals or thinking about it, go to regionals. It's a lot of fun. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, unfortunately, this deck will probably end up getting hit a little bit on the ban list, but so will Nekroz. I think Unicorn is going to go to 1. This deck will probably get hit a little bit just because the Seraphs had made it another deck to beat, if not Nekroz. So we'll see. But with the new Shaddoll, the Anoya Tylus or whatever, and the Ice Barrier Shock Troop stuff, even if some cards get hit out of this deck, as long as it's not the critical pieces, this deck is always going to be viable. It's always going to be fun, and this deck is just a ton of fun to play. So thank you guys very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more videos. I'll try to get more up later, but thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.